Stam Garden Center, your one-stop shop for spring. Transform your indoor and outdoor space with our stunning selection. Visit us today, open 9 to 6, Monday through Saturday, located at 2421 Highway 92, Oskaloosa.
The 4th annual Travis Greiner Memorial Tractor Ride is Saturday, June 29th. Sign up begins at 6:30 a.m. behind Greiner Crop Service, east of Keota Water Tower. Free will donation. Includes lunch and snacks along the ride. Proceeds to area 4-H and FFA fairs. The ride leaves Keota at 7:45 and will be a 60-mile round trip. Sponsored by Southeast Iowa Tractor Association, Incorporated. It's the 4th annual Travis Greiner Memorial Tractor Ride, Saturday, June 29th. And if you don't have a tractor, come and watch along the route. Contemporary Christian artist Leanna Crawford is coming to the Watch Year Opera House in Watch Year, Iowa, Saturday, June 29th at 7 p.m. Doors open up at 6 p.m. Advance tickets are $15 plus tax, $20 at the door.
Hey, it's Leanna Crawford, and I am so cheery to be coming to What Cheer, Iowa. It's going to be such a sweet night of music and praising Jesus together, and I cannot wait to see you there.
All proceeds to support the Tri-County Food Pantry. Brought to you by the Watch Year Methodist Church. Ticket information can be found on the Watch Year Methodist Church Facebook page. The Keokuk County Expo Fair Kickoff Barbecue Cook-Off is Saturday, July 13th. $100 per team, up to 4. Deadline to sign up is Friday, June 28th. Cash payout is $350 to first place per category. Meal for the public starts at 5:30 with a free will offering. Be sure to sign up by the entry deadline, June 28th. Stop at the Keokuk County Extension Office to pick up a packet. Proceeds to support the Keokuk County Expo. Sponsored by Keokuk County Farm Bureau. The Keokuk County Veterans Affairs Office will host an open house on Thursday, June 27th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. The office has relocated to the first floor to offer easier accessibility. Stop by to meet Michelle Herman, the commissioners, and enjoy a light lunch. The Keokuk County VA Commission is located at the Keokuk County Courthouse in Sigourney, Iowa at 101 South Main. Again, the Keokuk County Veterans Affairs Office will host an open house Thursday, June 27th from 11 to 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the thousands listening locally and the millions listening around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to shuffle!
Good morning to you on this Friday. It is time to Shetler on the Morning Wake Up here on Steve Shetler Media. Our Morning Wake Up brought to us by our good friends at Stam Garden Center and Nursery, where you can experience the color along Highway 92 East Oskaloosa, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., closed on Sundays. Stam Garden Center and Nursery sponsoring our Morning Wake Up live, of course, from the Oski Dental Studios. Give them a call at 641-673-4845. Schedule your appointment with Dr. Schuster or Dr. Drawn, where they are accepting new patients. They're going to file your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta Dental provider. And you can find Oski Dental at 902 South 17th Street, Oskaloosa. Let's jump right into our forecast as we are heading into a weekend. Our weather is sponsored by the Garden Gate, located at 105 South Jefferson in Sigourney. Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturday, 9 to noon. You can find Cindy and the gals at the Garden Gate. There is a slight chance of some showers and thunderstorms today, kind of off and on, maybe this morning, maybe later on. Some patchy fog today, this morning, before 8 a.m. Otherwise, mostly sunny and hot. High of 91. South winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And precip chance at just 20% for today. Tonight, there is another 20% chance of some showers and storms and a low of 73. Saturday, a 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Again, kind of off and on, spread out throughout the day. Partly sunny, otherwise breezy tomorrow. 91 for the high. Tomorrow night, showers and thunderstorms are likely. 60% chance, a low of 67. Sunday should be sunny and 87 degrees. Right now, we do have humidity at 90%. Winds are south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. The barometer at 30.19 and 73 degrees here in southeast Iowa. Again, your weather sponsored by the Garden Gate here in Sigourney. Earlier today, we put up our This or That. It's brought to us by Stacy Flynn at the Legacy Insurance Group and Welcome Realty. Our This is Drama or That Fantasy. Is this real life? Is this just fantasy? Drama or fantasy? Which one are you going to go with? I'm assuming this is like, plays, movies, books. Which do you prefer? Drama or fantasy? Our This or That brought to us by Stacy Flynn at Legacy Insurance Group and Welcome Realty. Now, coming up at noon today, we'll have our question of the day. That'll be on the Steve Shetler Media Facebook page at noon. What's the hardest food item to give up when you're on a diet? What do you think? Have you been on a diet? Have you been on multiple diets? Have you tried this? Have you tried that? What's the one food that is hardest to give up when you're on a diet? Our question of the day brought to us by Amy's Salon House and Spa at 202 North Main in Sigourney. Call or text for an appointment at 641-622-3772. Let's see here. Just a few minutes ago, we put up our Athlete of the Week and our Team of the Week as voted on by you, our listeners and viewers here on Steve Shetler Media. And congratulations to Cardinal Baseball's Caden Courtney. He got voted our Keokuk County Hospital and Clinic's Athlete of the Week. A baseball player for Cardinals, so congratulations to Caden. What did he get? Like 257 votes this past week. So congratulations, Caden Courtney of Cardinal Baseball, getting our Athlete of the Week. Congratulations. And we'll stay right there at Cardinal for our Team of the Week, which is brought to us by Kelly Style at State Farm. Our Kelly Style State Farm Team of the Week is Cardinal Softball. This is the second time that they've won this in, I don't know, maybe the last month or 5 weeks. I don't know, somewhere in there. Cardinal Softball, the girls there at Cardinal, winning the Team of the Week again. So congratulations to the girls there. Cardinal sweeping our awards this week. Team of the Week, Athlete of the Week. Congratulations to both. Of course, our next poll will go up on Monday. Polls for both Athlete and Team of the Week. And we'll start taking nominations on Sunday when I put up a post. Make sure you help me out with nominations for both Athlete and Team of the Week. It makes my life a lot easier when I get some nominations for the Athlete and Team of the Week. And make sure, of course, let's go back to Caden. Caden was voted our Athlete of the Week. He didn't have quite enough votes to get into the Athlete of the Week tournament that is coming up in August. Now, our Athlete of the Year tournament coming up, that will include the top 16 Athlete of the Week winners with the most votes, which ranges all the way from the number 1 seed with Evan Vitito at 743 votes down to the number 16 seed Peyton Roth from HLV TC Golf with 376. Now, if you can crack that top 16 here in the next few weeks, because, baseball and softball are going to be wrapping up here shortly. If you can, there is still time. If you can get into that top 16, you'll make it into the tournament, and then anything goes. So we'll see what happens. Of course, the the prize for this Athlete of the Year tournament is that. That is the championship belt, which when I come back live to my studio camera, you can see the belt over my shoulder. It's a little bit more shiny than it appears in this picture. It's a legitimate championship belt. It's heavy. It is the real deal. It's not like some plastic toy. It is legit. So that's coming up in August with our Athlete of the Year tournament. What else we got going on? I know we've got the... Oh, you know what? I don't think I downloaded that. Give me just a second. I'm going to download my images for the current championship matchup in our 90s country superstar matchup. Boy, I'm behind on things here on this Friday morning. As we are in our championship round, let's bring this up right now for the For the Fun of It tournament. 90s country superstar. It's sponsored by Son-in-Law Services, Josh Club, handyman. Son-in-Law Services in the Sigourney and surrounding area, 319-431-1806. Josh, Son-in-Law Services, sponsoring this month's tournament, crowning the overall 90s country superstar. We got George Strait and Reba in the finals. Let's bring up the brackets so you can see that. As yesterday, Reba defeated Alan Jackson. So now we've got it's the male superstar versus the female superstar. Both of these artists won their own respective tournaments in male and female 90s stars. So now George going against Reba. Championship going on right now. Voting until 6 p.m. Right now, George has the lead. If you scroll back to 6 p.m. last evening, you can give George a thumbs up or Reba a heart. In the reactions, again, no comment voting. Comment voting does not count. Pull up the reactions. Give a thumbs up for George or a heart for Reba. And we'll take those votes till 6 p.m. when the champion will be crowned. Will it be George or will it be Reba? So get your votes in there. Hey, coming up later on today, we're going to be going to Barnwired in Sigourney. Me and this fella, Ryan Lombard, going to be hanging out today from 11:30 to noon. Ryan's going to give us some original tunes. We're going to get a live interview with Ryan. And this is something you can check out, as I always say, in person. If you want to be part of the studio audience, you can do that at Barnwired on the south side of the square in Sigourney. Great atmosphere for some music and fun at Barnwired. You can stick around for lunch and maybe have a coffee there while you're at Barnwired. You can also check it out, of course, on Steve Shetler Media, Facebook, YouTube, all that good stuff. So Ryan Lombard is our Iowa Music Showcase today at Barnwired. Coming up tomorrow, we'll go to Brothers Market in Sigourney, as we'll have the sports section. Mitch Eslick is our summertime host. Summertime. Mitch Eslick, our summer host. And tomorrow, I believe we're talking Sigourney Junior High softball. Josh Club, the coach, will have some of the young ladies that are involved in the Sigourney softball program for junior high. So check that out. That's tomorrow at 8 a.m. live from Brothers Market. And then, of course, on Tuesdays, we always are on location at Smoky Row in Oskaloosa for Tuesday Night Tune-Up, TNT. Safe Crafty is your host as we talk to local and area race car drivers. That's every Tuesday at 7 through August 13th. So a bunch of stuff that we do each week here on Steve Shetler Media. Let's take a look at some community calendar events coming up in July. Boy, we're not too terribly far away, just a month away from the Expo in Sigourney. And one thing you might want to put on your calendars is Thursday, July 18th, the Keokuk County Expo Queen Contest and the Bill Riley Talent Search. That's always one evening at the with the commercial building, I believe is what they call it at the Expo. So check that out. Put that on your calendar. Expo will be here before you know it. Expo teaming up here with Steve Shetler Media for some advertising and promotion. So glad to help them out with anything coming up over the next month. What else is on our community calendar? We've got the Bark Rangers kickoff event at the Environmental Learning Center in Oskaloosa. You can bring your dog and learn about this park program and tips on hiking with your dog outdoors. Again, that's Saturday, June 29th. Put that on your calendar. And then coming up, is this tonight? I think this is tonight. at one of my sponsors, Watch Your Opera House, tonight at 7. If you like George Strait, we were talking about George earlier. Looks like he could possibly win our 90s tournament. George Strait, a tribute to George Strait. Don't get confused. George won't be there himself. He would, he just got done, packing in like 111,000 fans in Texas at a stadium in Texas. So no George Strait in person, but you can get the music, a tribute to George Strait, coming up tonight with Gordy and Debbie. So that'll be at the Watch Your Opera House in Watch Your, Iowa at 7 p.m. So lots of stuff going on around our area this weekend. Hey, a good morning to you. Let's take a look, see who's in the comments this morning. We've got Dan, Nancy, Sherry, Sandy, Amber, Cindy, Sherry, Bruce, and Molly. Yeah, good morning to everybody. Thank you for hanging around this morning. Let me grab my papers here, and let's go ahead and do our list of birthdays. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, celebrity and hometown birthdays brought to us by Hometown Real Estate in Sigourney. Nikki Leathers, the realtor. Check her out at hometown-re.com. On the local and area birthdays for this weekend, I didn't have anything for today, but this weekend in the area, we've got Jason Tremmel with a birthday tomorrow. Rhonda Schultz with a birthday tomorrow. Chris Kesterson, a birthday tomorrow. Tim Lane has a birthday coming up tomorrow. And then on Sunday, well, look at that. My TNT Tuesday Night Tune-Up host, Safe Grafke, has a birthday coming up on Sunday. And then Craig Willoughby, a guy that runs a great studio out of the Des Moines area. Craig with a birthday on Sunday as well. So your hometown birthdays. Over on the celebrity side, there were so many celebrities today, I couldn't get them all on. Lots of worthy celebrities on the birthday list. Ray Davies of the Kinks, the group, the band The Kinks, 80 years old. We've got Meredith Baxter. Didn't she used to be Meredith Baxter Burney back in the day from Family Ties? Meredith is 77. Now, one thing, when I was looking through my stuff this morning, is I didn't realize that I believe his name is Michael Gross. He was the dad from Family Ties. So him and Meredith Baxter both have birthdays today. So the mom and the dad from Family Ties with birthdays. So happy birthday to those folks. Joey Kramer, the drummer of Aerosmith, 74 years old. Aerosmith, getting kind of old. Baseball player Rick Sutcliffe. He played for the Cubs. I think he played for the Dodgers for a while. 68 years old. Country singer Kathy Mattea, 65. Kip Winger, she's only 17. From the group Winger. He's the singer from Winger. Kip, 63. Jim Brewer, funny guy from Saturday Night Live back in the day, is 57. Actress Juliette Lewis. This one's making me feel old because Juliette and I are pretty close in age. And it just doesn't seem like Juliette Lewis, the actress, should be 51, but she is. Actor Chris Pratt is 45, of course, from Guardians of the Galaxy and the newer Jurassic Park movies. And then actor and faker of getting beat up, Jesse Smollett, 42 years old. Other birthdays that didn't make the list, I was looking at some stuff. Lana Del Rey, the singer, is 39. And is that it? I think that might be it as far as who didn't make the list today. So anyway, those are your birthdays brought to us by Hometown Real Estate in Sigourney. On this date in history, which today is June 21st, back in 1788, the U.S. Constitution went into effect as it was officially ratified. The U.S. Constitution, 1788. It was on this date in 1913, Georgia Thompson became the first woman to make a parachute jump. So she strapped a parachute on and took a flying leap. Georgia Thompson, 1913. It was on this date in 1939, doctors revealed that Lou Gehrig had ALS, the disease ALS. Of course, that kind of became known as Lou Gehrig's disease. Lou Gehrig with that diagnosis 1939. It was on this date in 1975. Dun-dun, 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 dun. Jaws hit theaters, the movie Jaws. And people were suddenly afraid to go into the water on beaches. 1975 for Jaws making its debut. Today, on the National Day calendar, it's National Smoothie Day. Give me a cherry smoothie. It's World Peace and Prayer Day. It's International Day of Yoga. It's World Giraffe Day, if you like giraffes. It's National Arizona Day. It's National Seashell Day. Sally's searching for seashells at the seashore. It's National Day of the Gong. No idea what that means. It's National Selfie Day. It's National Daylight Appreciation Day. And it's National Peaches and Cream Day. It's also National Skateboarding Day, or Go Skateboarding Day is what it's called. So if I skateboarded right now, I'd probably break a leg. So those are your days. Before we get any further into this show today, the morning wake up brought to us by Stam Garden Center.
Stam Garden Center, your one-stop shop for spring. Transform your indoor and outdoor space with our stunning selection. Visit us today, open 9 to 6, Monday through Saturday, located at 2421 Highway 92, Oskaloosa.
If you like red, white, and blue from Tassel Ridge Winery, but prefer sweet white wines, try our Star Spangled White. Star Spangled White is a sweet white wine made entirely from Edelweiss grapes grown right at the winery. It offers aromas of pineapple and hints of mandarin orange, pear, and pineapple on the palate. Chill a bottle of Star Spangled White and sip it while you watch the sunset. While Star Spangled White is an excellent sipping wine, it can also be used as an important ingredient in Star Spangled White cake. Check the QR code for the recipe. Tassel Ridge Star Spangled White wine is available at about 400 retail outlets located all over Iowa. Look for the displays of Tassel Ridge wines where you shop. If the store doesn't offer Star Spangled White, ask the manager to get it for you. Tassel Ridge Winery is located in Lyton on Highway 163 between Pella and Oskaloosa and is open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday from 9 to 6, Saturday from 10 to 6, and Sunday from noon to 6. Check out our website at tasselridge.com.
Hey, we do thank Tassel Ridge Winery and all of our other sponsors for making this stuff possible here on Steve Shetler Media. Of course, a big thanks to Stam Garden Center and Nursery in Oskaloosa and Oski Dental for sponsoring our studios. Let's go to things you need to know. Come on, things you need to know to get going on this Friday. As things you need to know, the big news coming out of yesterday as far as entertainment, Donald Sutherland, the actor, passing away at the age of 88. My first memory of Donald Sutherland as a kid was him being in the movie Invasion of the Body Snatchers on TV. That movie scared the crap out of me. Donald Sutherland, father of Kiefer Sutherland, was in MASH, was in Hunger Games, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, dead at the age of 88. Other things you need to know, Monty Williams fired this week as the coach of the NBA's Detroit Pistons after just one season. You know what? They still have to pay him $65 million. $65 million for working there for 1 year and then getting fired. It's incredible. Big money in the NBA. For the record, yesterday's arrival of summer was the earliest solstice. You gotta love that word, solstice. Solstice. It's the earliest arrival of summer we've had since 1796. So there you go. Final episodes of Yellowstone. Gonna have a release date of November 10th later on this year. Be on the lookout for that. Also, Superman and Lois will debut its fourth and final season on the CW. If anybody watches the CW, Thursday, October 17th. Pretty decent numbers For the final episode of Young Sheldon on CBS, it drew an average audience of 9.32 million the night that it aired, a figure that grew to 11.74 million over the following week as it streamed on other platforms. Boy, I bet Freddie Mercury wishes he was still around. Queen, the rock group Queen, getting ready to sell their music catalog to Sony for $1.2 billion. Again, Queen, the rock group, getting ready to sell their music catalog to Sony for $1.2 billion. That is crazy. Check this out. 44 years after its massive eruption, Washington State keeping an eye on Mount St. Helens as it's starting to rumble again. It's rumbling, it's bumbling. They've had over 350 smaller earthquakes at the former mountain since February 1st. So is Mount St. Helens going to blow its top again? I remember, again, I'll go back to my childhood. I remember watching that on TV. Mount St. Helens erupted. 44 years since that's happened. How about Amazon? Boy, they're getting rid of the fun. Amazon says it has gotten rid of 95% of its bubble wrap. I mean, getting bubble wrap with your packages is like most of the fun. You get to pull the bubble wrap out and then pop it, and pop all those little bubbles. They're getting rid of it. They're hoping to be 100% bubble wrap free by the end of the year. Travis Scott arrested yesterday in the early morning hours on charges of disorderly intoxication and trespassing on property after a warning. So, shame, Travis Scott. How about country singer Mark Chesnutt? Of course, he was huge in the 1990s into the early 2000s. Mark hospitalized Sunday and is now recovering after undergoing emergency quadruple bypass surgery. So, best wishes to country singer Mark Chesnutt. In the why are we making more sequels to movies that don't need sequels category, a sequel to the classic comedy Spaceballs is in the works at Amazon MGM Studios, with Josh Gad set to star and co-write, and original director 97-year-old Mel Brooks on board as producer. He's 97. How much producing is Mel Brooks actually going to be doing? I don't know, but sequel to Spaceballs. I mean, come on. Just quit with the sequels already. In London, Ian McKellen announcing that he is not going to perform in the final 3 shows of the West End run of play Player Kings after he fell off the stage earlier this week. He must be having a little PTSD from falling off the stage. Ian McKellen calling it quits on those final 3 shows. And then Glenn Close, actress Glenn Close, hit hard by both COVID and RSV at the same time, which has forced producers to put the brakes on the filming of Knives Out 3. So they're taking a pause in the filming there. Finally today, in things you need to know, boy, I don't know if you need to know this or not, but an Ohio attorney who was disciplined for pooping in a Pringles can and tossing it into a parking lot, got his law license reinstated this week after a 6-month suspension. So, yeah, he number 2 in a Pringles can, and then he must have launched it like a grenade into a parking lot. He is going to be unsuspended. Let's do this. Today's impossible question. Today's impossible question. All right, let's set this up. So here in Iowa, we like our corn on the cob during the summertime. Corn on the cob is the 10th most popular quote-unquote American dish. What is our favorite American dish? What's number 1? What is the number 1 American dish? Again, this is today's impossible question. I don't know where my people that give me my stuff are getting this information, but just guess, I guess. Today's impossible question. What is America's favorite dish? I'll give you time to think about that. Yes, Amber. Yeah. Why are they doing a sequel to Spaceballs? But anyway, today's impossible question: what is the favorite American dish out there? I guess it's mashed potatoes, taters, some mashed potatoes to go along with your corn on the cob. I mean, that's a good combination. Let's move along here. Let's get weird.
That is weird.
In some weird, how about a United Kingdom plane passenger waking up from a long nap thinking that he had arrived at his destination, only to realize that the aircraft was still stuck at the gate. As a clip on TikTok has got about 3.5 million views on this. A fellow passenger was filming this guy. His name, what is his name? I'm not quite sure what the guy's name is, but they filmed him as he woke up from a 2-hour nap. Again, he was thinking that they had arrived at their destination, when in reality, they hadn't even left the airport. So that would be a bummer. How about this? An impending nova event will be so bright that people on Earth will be able to see the burst of light with the naked eye, according to NASA, as there's an Earth-sized remnant of a dead star, with a mass comparable to the sun, about 3,000 light years away, that's expected to explode at some point this summer. Now, the exact date when that will happen is unknown, but we should be able to see that on Earth. That'll be quite the deal. Some other things in the weird. A Japanese man borrowed some of the luck of the Irish, broke a Guinness World Record by growing, not a 4-leaf clover, a 63-leaf clover. His name, I'm going to butcher his name. It's Yasuhiro Watanabe, 45 years old. He started cross-pollinating clovers at his home in 2012 with an aim toward breaking the world record, which he has done. Watanabe's prize clover has 63 leaves. It is beating the previous record of 56 leaves. So, a 63-leaf clover. That would bring you a lot of luck if you're into that type of thing. How about this? We're going to post this later on today on my Facebook page at 1 o'clock for our weird news story. But a message in a bottle. That's always so romantic. You've seen the movies, the message in a bottle coming in onto the beach shore. A message in a bottle launched from an island between the U.S. and Canada turned up 63 years later near Boston. As Fisheries and Oceans Canada, Maritimes, said in a social media post that the bottle with a note was a drift bottle used to track surface contents. They say starting back in 1922, researchers tracked surface currents by releasing bottles into the ocean. Now, the bottle contained a note promising a $1 reward if the finder reported the bottle's location to researchers. So, unclear if that person cashed in on the $1 reward, but again, that the bottle washing up on shore in Boston 63 years later. And finally, in some weird today, residents of a Delaware town awoke to find a line of blue paint that had been spilled on about a half-mile of road, and several cars also getting splashed with the blue paint. The Delaware Department of Transportation said in a Facebook post that the paint spill occurred around 7 a.m. on Tuesday, covering the road and a number of cars for about a half-a-mile stretch. So they're not quite sure what happened there, but blue paint on the road and on vehicles in Delaware. Let's go to the files of law and disorder. In disorder, a man was stopped at Pittsburgh International Airport for trying to bring a grenade onto his flight. That didn't go over well. Transportation Security Administration spokesperson Lisa Farbstein said while most people plan on having a blast on their trip, the passenger wasn't thinking along those lines. The grenade was inert. I don't know. I don't usually use the word inert, I'm assuming that means that the grenade doesn't work. However, inert and live grenades are not allowed on planes according to the TSA. So, yeah, duh. You don't get to take grenades of any kind on an airplane. Let's do this. Let's go to something that'll make you smile.
Something that makes you smile.
And in something to make you smile, of course, it's brought to us by Lifetime Dental Solutions, as they are moving locations in the big town of Sigourney. They're switching sides of the square in Sigourney, going to 115 South Jefferson at the former Sigourney Smiles building, and you can see them at their new location starting mid-July. They are accepting new patients at Lifetime Dental Solutions. Give them a call, 641-622-2669. And in something that will make you smile, this is a feel-good story. Former U.S. Marine Jerry Brooks died alone at a nursing home in Maine, abandoned and all but forgotten. The funeral home posted a notice asking if anyone would serve as a pallbearer or simply attend his burial. Again, this guy, a former Marine. Within minutes, it was turning away. The funeral home was turning away volunteers to carry his casket. In fact, a bagpiper then came forward to play at the service. A pilot offered to perform a flyover. Military groups across the state pledged a proper send-off. Hundreds of people who knew nothing about the 86-year-old beyond his name, and the funeral home making the plea for people to show up. Hundreds of people showed up as a final salute with full military honors on Thursday at the Memorial Cemetery in Augusta. In fact, Patriot Guard riders on motorcycles escorted his hearse on the 40-mile route from the funeral home in Belfast, Maine, to the cemetery. Members of the VFW paid tribute with a 21-gun salute. Volunteers held American flags next to the casket. So, man, that is amazing. That is pretty awesome. That definitely makes you smile and makes you feel good about humanity. Again, that a Marine dying alone at a nursing home, and all sorts of people showed up to honor him. That is something to make you smile, brought to us by Lifetime Dental Solutions. Let's wrap this up with some duh.
Duh. Duh. Duh. Duh.
In some duh, nearly 600,000 glass coffee mugs are being recalled across the country after dozens of burn and laceration injuries were reported by consumers. The now recalled Joy Jolt branded coffee mugs can crack or break when filled with hot liquids, which of course they're going to be filled with hot liquids. They're coffee mugs. The U.S. Consumer Safety Product Division has logged 103 incidents of glasses breaking at the base, resulting in 56 injuries. So again, if you have, it's called Joy Jolt, and they're branded the Declan Single Wall Glass Coffee Mug. If you have one of those, watch out. The thing could crack and break and either burn you or cut you. Look out for those Joy Jolt coffee mugs. They get the duh.
Duh. Duh. Duh. Duh.
Oh, duh. Let's take a look at our forecast once again, brought to us by the Garden Gate in Sigourney. Maybe some rain today. Maybe not. Probably not. It's just a 20% chance of some rain. Otherwise, sunny today and hot, muggy, 91 degrees. Chance of some rain off and on through tomorrow night, and then Sunday should just be sunny and 87. Again, we do thank Stam Garden Center and Nursery for being our headline sponsor here on the Morning Wake Up, where you can experience the color at Stam Garden Center, just outside of Oskaloosa on Highway 92 East. They're open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 6, closed on Sundays. We broadcast live from the Oski Dental Studios. Give them a call at 641-673-4845. Coming up later on today, of course, with all of our other normal stuff that we put on the Steve Shetler Media Facebook page, we've got the Iowa Music Showcase coming to you live from Barnwired in Sigourney. Check that out in person or live right here on Steve Shetler Media. We'll be featuring a live interview and live music from Ryan Lombard, our Iowa Music Showcase today at 11:30. Tomorrow, We will be broadcasting live from Brothers Market in Sigourney with the sports section. All right, that'll do it for today. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me this morning. We'll be back here on Monday at 7 a.m. We'll see you later.